Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Chloe. So today I wanted to do a smoky eye, and I'm gonna be taking inspiration from Selena Gomez's 2016 Grammys look. She's so freaking gorgeous. So it's honestly not too crazy dark of a smoky eye, and it also does have like a nice little shape to it. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Let's just get into it. Flipping this back. I don't even know where to start. She's so pretty. Selena Gomez is everything. I'm gonna go in and start with my base first. I am of course taking my e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer. I know that's not what it's called, Power Grip Primer. My bad. This of course just goes all over. Make sure to get it under my eyes. Then I'm gonna go in with my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Light 5N. Just going straight in. Even though this is a tinted moisturizer, I do feel like this has a little bit more coverage than the e.l.f. one that I typically wear. Just going to buff it all out. This one also doesn't have nearly as glowy of a finish, which is what I was going for. Concealer, I'm going to take my Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer in the shade 120 Light Vanilla. I'm almost out of this stuff. I need a new one. I'm also just going to use this one to cover up the little blemish spots I have. And just taking my concealer brush and blending this out. My under eyes are like extra dark today. Of course, using my Mercier powder to set that. In under my eyes, I don't really like to set my whole face. Wow, I kind of forgot how much I love this tinted moisturizer. For my brows, I'm going to take this Colourpop brow tint and just comb it through. And then I'm gonna go in with my NYX brow pen in the shade Auburn, of course. I'm just drawing in some hair strokes to make my brows look a little bit thicker. Does it not even look like she's wearing blush? Like, should I do blush, you guys? What do we think? I don't know, but what I am gonna do is bronze. I'm gonna go in with my NYX bronzer and highlight palette, highlight and contour palette, whatever. I'm gonna take the second shade in here. And I'm gonna start at my temples a little bit, just doing circular motions. Oh my gosh, that was kind of a lot. Well, she is very bronzed in this makeup look, to be honest. Oop, move the earrings. Get it all up into hair. Okay, that's definitely a lot, but you know. And under the chin, of course. Oh my gosh, my earrings. Making a whole mess. Bronzed, not bronzed. Bronzer is gorgeous. That might have been too much. I'm gonna go in and fix it after. Maybe they just did so much bronzer that they were like, we don't need blush. That's probably bronzy enough. I'm gonna go in with my MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter. The tops of my cheekbones. Really lightly. We can move on to eyes. I'm gonna take my About Face eyeshadow primer. This is such a close-up, but this is kind of the best photo of her eye makeup. So pretty. I have such a girl crush on her. Man, who doesn't though? Like literally who doesn't? For a smoky eye, patience is key. You're just gonna take your time building up the pigment, building up the colors until it gets to the point you want, basically. So I'm gonna start off very light, very slowly but surely. I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics palette and I'm grabbing this shade that I clearly love so much right here because it's like the perfect transition shade. So I'm gonna get most of the pigment off my brush onto my lid and then I'll start dragging it up into my crease and feathering it out slightly. I just wanna make sure I really do not start with too much pigment. I'm gonna follow the wing shape she's got going on and half wing it out here. Okay, now that that's blended out nicely, next I'm gonna go in with my Naked palette and I'm gonna go in and use a mix of the shade Naked and Buck. Putting everything in the outer corner because that's where I want the most pigment to be, and then from there I'm going to drag it up towards the crease and create that little wing shape. This way everything just stays super soft and blended. And the darkest part will be the outer corner. I'm just using my little paint palette here Kind of be a guide for the wing shape. I don't want a straight direct line, so that's why I didn't start using it right away or use a piece of tape. But look at how much more dramatic that just made that. I'm gonna go in with my shade and light palette, and I'm just gonna take this first shade here. Again, putting down the pigment first in the outer corner and then blending it into the crease from there. Going back in with my little guide to help create that wing. It's just getting more and more intense every layer of brown shade we add on here. And as you can see, I'm only dragging this on the outer third for the most part. I'll drag it in a little bit farther later, but for now on, we don't want to drag it too far into the inner corner. And then I'm going to go in with what will probably be our darkest shade from the Shade and Light palette, this cool brown shade here. Oof, that looks really pigmented on the brush. I'm a little scared. Okay, starting in the outer corner, really lightly with this one, being really, really gentle, because that is dark. Making sure I'm connecting the wing to my crease, because sometimes that part never gets enough pigment. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the fluffy brush that I used with the transition shade, which was the very, very first shade, and I'm gonna go along all of the edges to blend them out just a little bit. Just to really soften everything at the edges, honestly. Okay, I'm super happy with that. She does have her lower lash line smoked out, so I'm basically gonna do exactly what I just did on my lid on my lower lash line. So I'm gonna take all the same shades, I'm just using smaller brushes. So I'm just gonna kind of speed through this part. And make sure that this little corner here is connected from the lower lash line into the wing. All right. And then she's just wearing this very pretty, very light gold shimmer. I think I might just take my MAC Soft and Gentle, the highlighter that I just used before. I'm just gonna put this all over the inner third. It's kind of lighter than I expected it to be, I suppose. You know, as I'm doing this, I'm realizing this is a very 2016 makeup look, which is just kind of funny to me. Something about a shimmer and a brown smoky eye is like the most 2016 thing. I'm dragging it pretty far forward towards my nose, also dragging it down into my inner corner. I'm actually gonna go in with just a tiny little bit of my Half Baked shade here from my Naked palette, just because it's a little bit of a chunkier gold. And just tapping that all over my inner third and inner corner. Okay, I think it's time for lashes. I'm gonna go in and curl my natural lashes first. I'm gonna put on a layer of my Mayballine Colossal Waterproof Mascara. I'm gonna go in with these Kiss lashes here. So here is a before and after. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Tattoo Studio Bold Brown Eyeliner, and this is going in my lower waterline. Okay, let's do some lips. I'm trying to get as close as possible to this color. It's kind of like a peachy, pinky color. What I have is this CoverGirl Stay All Day in the shade 910. Let's try it out. Seems to be the closest looking thing I have to that. I'm gonna line my lips with this first, and then I'll fill them in. I actually think that shade is so good. Oh, you know what? She has hella bottom lashes, so I'm just gonna put a quick layer of this mascara on my bottom lashes. Wow, the way that changes things is crazy. Hey, here we are, look complete. I don't mind not having blush. I think the bronzer totally makes up for it. So that's gonna be all for this week's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and leave me a like because it really helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next one.